Hello, hope you're all okay. It is a gorgeous sunny morning. I'm back from a week's holiday in Turkey. We had the best time ever. It was absolutely fabulous. But I'm so excited to get down to the allotment and see what's been happening, see what's growing, see how it's all doing. So I thought I'd bring you all along with me. So I'm going to start right at the beginning and just show you what I saw when I came in this morning. So everything is alive and looking green and looking really brilliant. My lovely allotment neighbours that are in this morning as well, they've been watering my allotment for me, so I'm so glad to see them this morning and get to say thank you, because it's such a job watering an allotment anyway, and they were so kind to do mine as well as theirs. So let's start with the first bed as we came in. So my courgettes, they're all looking really good. So I've got a little one here, I've got a big one here, obviously where I haven't been picking them, so that's huge. I've got another little one here. All the plants are looking absolutely fine. Got another little one here. The bed just needs obviously a really good weed. There are weeds absolutely everywhere, which is to be expected after a week of not weeding. All the plants are looking really good and they've all got flowers on them, which is brilliant. Now my pumpkins, look at these, they're doing absolutely fantastic. So this one has actually climbed all the way around that side. So there's one here and that started climbing this way. There's one here which is climbing here. So first thing I'm going to do with these is just make sure they're all climbing up, starting to climb up. This one here is looking really good as well. They're all looking really healthy. This one here is actually all the way here, so I'm going to tie them in to start climbing over the arch. And all the ones in all the beds look brilliant as well. I planted some cosmos here and they've started to look really good. They've all had flowers, they've all been flowering, which is really good. So I'm really chuffed with my pumpkin bed. That is looking really healthy. It's actually amazing after 1 week away what everything looks like. Everything is looking so healthy and green and looks like it's grown so much. I've only been away 7 days, you wouldn't believe it. Runner beans, they're actually starting to flower now, which is really good. So I planted a few at the bottom of each of these piles, so I've got quite a few runner beans there. It's really exciting to see that they're flowering, really pleased with that. And then the children's bed have all got peas ready for picking, so I'll be harvesting them today. They look really good actually, really healthy, and their herbs are doing really well here. The sunshine has obviously really helped. This pumpkin here looks like it's been eaten a bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, some of the leaves have gone, but it's flowering, so I might just put one of my cloches on top of that just to give it a little bit of protection for the next couple of days. My broad beans are finally over, I think. I'll just be picking the last of those today and then I'll just be cutting them down, I think. I've got some field beans here. So this bed here, I'm going to be cutting them all down and I'm going to be planting some strawberries in that bed. So that'll be a project for next week. Let's go over this side. So my first earlies, I'm going to have a little rummage in here, I think, because they should be done by now, really. Just going to put a glove on, just to have a little bit of a rummage in here, see what's going on. Okay, what's this here? Okay, so we have a potato there. Don't have any more. There's one there. So I think these are actually ready to harvest. So I think what I'm going to do is just dig this one plant up and see what I've got. Okay, so I've got 1, 2. 4. 5. 6. Is there any more in here anywhere? It's just so. Got 6 really nice potatoes there, so I'm really pleased with that. That was just from that one plant that was at the end. Really pleased with that. I might just do one more plant and they can be for our roast dinner today. I'll do that a bit later after we've had a look at what else has been going on. So what have I got here? So this was the marrow I planted and it's starting to grow here. So that's good. All my strawberries are looking good. My asparagus is starting to die back there. One there. Looks like the slugs have been having a nice feast on my strawberries. They're welcome to them if I wasn't here, but if I was here I would have been a bit cross with them. My asparagus is looking good, and then also just got a few leeks planted in here as well. Just a few. They all look good as well. Again, lots of weeding needed. But that's not for today. Today is just to check up and see, which is the best kind of visit to the allotment. Very exciting. So let's have a look under this one here. This has got cabbages and parsnips in it. So this cabbage is definitely ready. It's got a nice big head on it. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to have that for my roast dinner as well. I'm going to harvest that today. And elsewhere in here I've got the parsnips in here that I transplanted, and they're all doing really well, and so are the little cabbages that I planted in here along with them. Again, lots of weeding to do. So this bed here I planted some kale, which is doing fine, hasn't been eaten, looks good. And this was the parsnip tape that I used quite a while ago. But look, they've all come up really well. It's been really successful. I'd never used it before, but I've got a really nice big one there. One there. I've actually got a few here that I think need to be thinned out. Is that? I think there's 2 or 3 there in a bunch, and there's 2 there. So I might need to just give them a little bit of a thin out, but I'm really pleased with that because I'd never used that before and I wasn't sure if it was going to be successful, but it has been. Got some nice chamomile here. I think I'm going to harvest some of the flowers there for some nice chamomile tea. And then what have I got here? So this bed is shallots, which seem to be doing okay. And I've got some beetroot, which again, that all seems to be doing okay, seems to be healthy enough. I've got some of the other coloured beetroot as well. The golden beetroot, that looks to be doing okay. Got some weeds as well, so I'm pleased with that bed as well. Not a lot going on in that bed actually, but it's all looking good anyway. Okay, so this bed all looks absolutely fine as well. So this has got my carrots in it that I transplanted. They're all looking absolutely fantastic. And again, my cabbages that I put in there, and the chard that's never ending. This has been in here about a year now, and it's just the gift that keeps on coming. Just keeps giving me beautiful leaves. So I'm definitely going to plant one of those again, one of those chards, because it's been absolutely brilliant. Now the exciting bit, my tomatoes. Let's have a look in the polytunnel. Okay, so the tomato plants themselves are absolutely huge. They all need probably pinching out and just winding around the strings. But let's have a look at the tomatoes. Wow, this one was Orange Queen. I mean, they look absolutely brilliant. Look at these, Oh, isn't that just the best sight? And then we've got Black Crimea here. They're looking really good as well. Really big and really healthy. I mean, the size of some of these is just brilliant. I'm really over the moon with that. Tigerella. Look at that. Just look at that. Tigerella. Absolutely over the moon with that. This is actually quite a big plant again. This is actually probably the tallest one. I'll go round there and have a look at that one. This one's Black Crimea as well. Huge tomatoes, absolutely huge plant. That is actually taller than me. This is San Marzano. Have we got any tomatoes? Oh yeah, we have, look. We've got some tomatoes on there, San Marzano. So that's really exciting. These all need to be really pinched out. That's a nice job, isn't it? And I've got my little butternut squashes here. They're not doing badly either. Marmande. Yeah, loads of tomatoes on that one as well. Looking really good. Let's go deeper into the polytunnel and see what we've got here. Got another orange queen. I mean, I would do these next year because these have been absolutely fantastic, and I gave some of these to my dad as well because they were the best performing from seed. They just grew like anything. They've been the most successful so far that I've done. Golden cherry. So we've got golden cherry here. I just love it when you've got it on that vine. They just look so nice. But again, they all need to be pinched out and just put onto the string. Let's have a look at my cucumbers. They're all looking really good. So this one here just needs to go around the string, but loads and loads of flowers on it and little cucumbers forming. So really over the moon with that as well. Moneymaker. Fantastic again, they're looking really good. Lots of weeding to be done in here. There's just weeds everywhere. So this is Oxheart. One of them has split, so I'll take that one off. I think that one's split as well. Yeah, that one's split, so I'll take them off. The other ones look absolutely fine, so I'll leave them on. There's lots more flowers on there as well. Black cherry has got loads here. Oh, just dropped one. Has got absolutely loads here, so that's looking good as well. So I lost the label for this one, but I'm thinking that's either green zebra or tigerella. If anyone can tell me which one that is, that'd be brilliant, because that's the only one I've lost the label for. And then I've got my garlic here, which I'm going to pull up actually. It's all got these must have come in the last week, but to be honest, I think I'm just going to pull them up. Okay, I am really pleased with that. That's definitely a purple white. I don't think I labelled these in here because they were just the ones that I had left over. But I can tell from the colour of that that's purple white, and I'm over the moon with that. That is fantastic. So I'm going to take the rest of those up a bit later once we finish looking around the plot. I'm desperate to see the tomatoes in my little polytunnel now, so I'm going to lift that lid up, have a look at what's going on in here. Wow, these look really great. Wow, they're really big. Let me remember which ones are which. So these are St. Pierre. Absolutely huge tomatoes, really healthy looking. These are my Tiny Tim. I know ones these are Tiny Tim. And I've got loads of tomatoes on there. What's this one? This one needs staking up a bit. Another St. Pierre. Loads of bunches of them. Another St. Pierre. What else have I got in here? Balkan Zaba. They're starting to come through really nicely as well. Roma, no mistaking that tomato there. And I've got another Roma, and another Balkanzoba. Wow, fantastic. Really pleased with that. They're all looking fantastic. They just need a bit of a tidy up, pinching out, a bit of staking. Really pleased with them. My climbing French beans are actually climbing now, so that's really good. They look fantastic. Really pleased with them. My sweet corn is starting to grow, which is nice. And I did plant some climbing French beans next to them, and they've started to climb around them, so that's exciting. They must have liked the sunshine. And we have a nice little ladybird there. So we've got our Bambino pumpkin here, which is flowering. And then we have a casualty. Amazonka has been eaten by slugs. But I think one pumpkin out of all the pumpkins that I planted is not bad to have slug damage. I'm quite happy with that, considering I haven't been here for a week. Then I've got my dwarf French beans, which all now, look at this. I have some French beans. That's really exciting. I think I'm going to harvest those. I can have them with my roast dinner. So Danny from Grapevine Garden will be pleased to hear that I'm finally shopping for my allotment, because I've been so jealous, because that's what he does, and I've been saying that's what I want to do, and I'm finally doing it. So he's going to be really pleased with that. Main crop and my second earlies, they're all looking really healthy. Again, really good, needs to have a really good weed. Apart from that, I think that looks absolutely fantastic. I've made a decision on the rhubarb, just looking over. I think they just need to be replaced. They have got something coming up there, but they just don't look very healthy. So the rhubarb were given to me by my aunt, and they were given to her by someone else. So they've been in 3 different places and they haven't performed. So I think I'm just going to give up the ghost on them and take them up and maybe just put something else there. That's not a project for today, but I have made a decision on it. And my pansies that were in the children's bed are all still really flowering. They just really brighten up this little corner as you walk in. So it's really nice to see them there. So all in all, I'm absolutely over the moon with how things have gone. All I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go round, tie the tomatoes in, do little bits and pieces, harvest what I can, and then that's it for the day. But it's been really enjoyable just to come and just see how everything's been getting on. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you again soon.